You know, the Horde, we have Sylvanas, we have Saurfang, you know, we have this and that. The Alliance has nothing. What do you have, you know? And I'm going to put this argument to rest. Okay, the Alliance has one thing that the Horde doesn't have. The Alliance has one thing that is monumentally better than the Horde. It's actually better than any faction on Azeroth or Great Dark Beyond. You know what that thing is? Alright, so before this video begins of part 2, I guess I should recap part 1. So, in a nutshell, for the Alliance side, you go to see Anduin. He says that the Horde are moving towards Silithus, a huge army, so he wants to send you, of course, to go deal with that. And then sneaky Shaw comes up to you and says, no, they're actually going to Ashenvale, in which you're diverted to Astanar, in which you have to pray for people if you're not a priest or a paladin. I mean, it's not really my job to pray for people. I'm mostly just kill. But then you start falling back. You know, you start getting pushed back a little bit more and more. You start to defend the front, in which you place a game of who would win, Banshee Queen or a bunch of little zappy boys, in which case apparently the Banshee Queen wins. You tell the Furbogs that they've been pricks over the years, but you help them. You try and help them anyway, and you know that doesn't really go so well. And you go back even further. You gather a bunch of spooky trees at Teldrassil and tell them to be ready for the Horde attack, and then the Horde are very kind and they don't attack for a week. On the Horde side, Sylvanas tells you that Anduin Wrynn may use Teldrassil to funnel in Azerite, and to destroy them. And it's actually the worst logic I've ever heard, because Anduin Wrynn's been the only one for peace. He's the only leader who you could actually have peace with. He's been nothing but peace. I mean, do you remember Miss Pandaria? Do you remember chasing that little prick around Pandaria? I remember. He wanted peace. He even thought Garrosh could be saved. And Garrosh was arguably a little not as bad, actually. I think, actually, Sylvanas a little bit worse. So she flat out lies to you, is what she does. From there, you go on rogue and poison a bunch of people in Astranar, and in that way, so you go from Astranar to Zomgar, Zomgar back to Astranar, Astranar to the front, front to Zomgar, Zomgar back to the front, back to Zomgar, then back to the front once more. Again, seeing the actual who would win, one Banshee Queen or a bunch of little zappy boys, and then I kind of stopped playing because it was a little boring on the Horde side. So you're all caught up. Okay, everybody. Well, I guess I should recap what happened.
There is much to be done. My people will endure.
Oh no, this isn't good.
Could it be? Shondo, the Horde is approaching from the north.
The north? How did the... Oh, they scaled the mountains of Felwood. Of course.
Oh,
the Wisps. They're growing disoriented. The wall is failing.
Horde forces are advancing upon Laudanelle.
Shit.
Champion, to me!
I'm on my way. Alcoholic. There we go. Just reload that. Oh, I gotta wait on a loading screen now? Oh. Alright, so I was gonna upload part 1 of War of the Thorns, but it wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be. But I'll put a recap in this, because I got to put a recap of what happened in my own words, my interpretations. No big deal. So we're going to blow through this as quick as we can. Hopefully we can... Oh man, the Horde's approaching quickly. Okay. Now,
How may I aid you?
Let's do this. Rescue 8 citizens. Take out the Horde forces.
It is only a matter of time before the Horde breaks through.
I am glad
They
you
have
stand with
attacks
us.
from both sides.
Eliminate 2 people. Okay, easy
Sylvanas
stuff.
seeks to engage me, and I plan to give her what she wants. Loa!
Oh, the frame's bad here though. I will say that though. The frame rate is bad. Just go ahead and just pick this guy up because we can. Horde? What, you think you're gonna take Teldrassil? We don't know what happens. No one's ever seen what happens. No one ever sees what happens. Can I loot, please? I could just gonna moonfire up everything. Axe fall. There we go. Oh, I was supposed to rescue people, wasn't I? Citizens rescue. Oh, that's just from inside. Okay. There we go. Hopefully I can get into combat soon. I should really, put... Where is Travel form. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay. Get the citizens out of here now. Look, you're right by a boat. Just get in the boat and leave. Like, I don't even have to help you. Just get in the boat and just, you know, paddle your ass out of here.
The Caldori.
Okay, save many lives today. Thanks, you're welcome. Defending. Okay, Ada's welcome. Heard from Malfurion recently?
The Horde.
Oh no. No, I have not heard from Malfurion recently. Malfurion? What happened? Oh, I've been waiting for this moment.
The war chief faces storm rage alone. I must.
Oh, you son of a...
Sour Fang?
An audience. Perfect.
Ah, no!
Stay still, Alliance dog. Watch me strike down one
come
of
on,
the
this is-
greatest heroes.
I have a trinket.
A dishonorable blow. I regret it.
You followed your war chief.
Regret nothing. You did well.
It was not my place to interfere.
My victory was inevitable. He was
What?
merely wasting my time.
Doesn't make any sense, Sourfang.
Finish him and be done with it. Take a moment if you like. Then take his head. Meet me at the World Tree.
And just kill me?
You have led your horde in service of death. You will regret this day.
Why did she kill me? Why didn't someone just be like, shh?
No!
Oh no. Hush, Tronda.
You did not kill him, Orc. Why?
I struck without honor. I did not deserve.
It was a cheap shot,
end
maybe.
him.
This entire war is without honor. How dare you spill so much innocent blood for nothing?
Not for nothing. We spill blood so that the Horde will endure.
Because you spared Malfurion, I will offer you a choice. Attempt to stop me from taking him away and die, or remain there kneeling in the dirt and live.
You have a choice as well. Take him to Darnassus and both of you will fall when we conquer it. Or flee somewhere far from here, so that you both survive.
This war is lost. Teldrassil will soon fall.
Well, let's ensure that
Take
doesn't
my
happen.
hippogriff to Darnassus.
Okay.
Ensure that the Horde's occupation is as tolerable as it can be. King Anduin gave me a hearthstone back to Stormwind. There I will tend my love's wounds.
So,
and help
that doesn't
my
make...
people
Okay,
find
the
destiny.
whole... Man, that tree's beautiful. Oh,
Secure the beach. Prepare to invade the tree.
Why? Why? You've already won. Only innocents remain in the tree.
This is war.
No. This is hatred. Rage. Windrunner,
why is she pissed though?
you were defender of your people. Do you not remember?
I remember. A fool.
Oh, this is the Warbringers video. Okay.
Take her! Run!
Go. That's why she has the tears. Okay, that's pulling at the heartstrings a little bit.
Life is pain. Hope fails. Now you understand. Ah, don't grieve. You'll soon join your loved ones.
I grieve for you. You've made life your enemy.
She's no better than the Lich
It's a
King.
war you'll never win. You can kill us, but you cannot kill hope.
We shall see. Bet she says it.
Can't I? Burn it. Burn it!
Oh. Morally gray, guys. Morally gray. She's basically the Lich King on steroids. She's worse. She's worse because at least the Lich King served, I guess, the old gods, but she serves nothing. She just serves herself. Alright. Morally gray, though, guys. I guess the Horde's morally gray. Darnassus. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is amazing. Flying. Oh, the little treants! Alright, that's a little too much. Oh, man.
Can I be of service?
Sar, the tree. Champion, need your help. We must evacuate Darnassus, of course.
The guilty will pay for their crimes.
Douse the flames. Can I just, like, fill this up? Oh. Oh, what?
What brings you here?
There's a time limit? Oh, wow. 900 citizens evacuated. How do I evacuate? Oh, man. How am I supposed to save everybody?
I am honored. Hero! Hero! Can you hear me?
Yes?
I am relieved. I found you.
Maya!
Astari, hurry! Evacuate the city before it burns.
Pop again.
Mia! Mia! Open your eyes, my queen! My love! You can't stay here any longer! We must escape through the portal!
The tree. They're burning the tree.
Here, look at this.
The child. Save her. Leave me.
Never! I'll take you both! Astari, you've done all you can! Command the priest to come with us!
They will not go.
The Banshee murdered my son, stole my kingdom. She will not cost me my beloved!
Get her through the portal again.
May your goddess watch over you.
Oh, she's gonna stay behind.
Peace be with you.
Okay, so she hates life because she thinks it's futile to stand against the undead? I suppose? Missed it. I saw this this thing on the forum this morning that's like, I'm willing to accept everyone's apology, but it turns out it wasn't even the Horde that burned down Teldrassil. After watching that, it's like, oops. I hate to tell you, buddy, but you're going to eat those words. Oh, man. I don't know what Sylvanas thinks she's doing, but... Alright. There's got to be a cinematic or something, right? Holy lightning, could you guys get off your mounts, please?
Stormwind will endure.
From the ashes, I am a loss for words. Oh yeah, the Teldrassil Hippogriff.
Safe journey.
So you have shown courage and heart, champion. On this, one of the Alliance's darkest days. My whole life, I've prayed for peace in this world. But that dream can never be realized so long as Sylvanas Windrunner leads the Horde. She expects this atrocity to crush our spirits,
here. Just
shatter our unity. But this I vow. The Alliance will endure. And the Banshee Queen's insidious reign will be ended.
Greetings, friend. A king is only as noble as the causes he...
So that's it. This War of Thorns thing is really short. Okay, so let's go chat about a couple things, because there's a couple things I want to talk about. I was hoping there's a big reveal, this big cinematic of it falling, but it was the Warbringers. It was Jaina's Warbringer, or not Jaina, sorry, Sylvanas' Warbringer video. Oh, hey, look, he's back here now. We'll just chill in here just because it's cool. Why not? So, cool. It was really cool. But they just made her evil. Like, absolutely evil. At least it seems like it. They're like, not all it seems without spoilers. So, and, okay, so we need to talk about a few things. So, first of all, let's talk about Saurfang and how he threw his axe at Malfurion, and I guess he's trying to have this eternal dilemma on whether he should follow his queen, I guess, which is like the total opposite of Nazgrim. And this is why I say Jaina Proudmoore, or not Jaina, I keep saying Jaina, I apologize, I'm tired. This is why I feel that Sylvanas Windrunner is Garrosh Hellscream 2.0. Because you have Garrosh Hellscream, you had Nazgrim, who was a loyal follower, and you had someone who led him, but eventually ended up hating him, which might be the way Saurfang goes. Sylvanas, you have her loyal fanboy, which is Nathanos Brightcaller, and then the person who may dethrone her, we don't know, but who is absolutely having a moral dilemma with the longer she's in power, is Saurfang. Garrosh Hellscream, of course, attacked the city Theramore with a bomb, blew it up, which caused the Alliance to eventually attack Siege of Orgrimmar. You had Sylvanas Windrunner, who burned down Teldrassil, which eventually leads to the Alliance attacking Undercity. So it seems like they're really rehashing the same story. Now, let's get to Sylvanas, because she's someone who I sort of agreed with her before I saw the video. I agreed with Sylvanas before they showed the video, and I agree with Sylvanas. I hate her, first of all. Everyone, you know, who's seen this channel knows that I despise Sylvanas. I despise her. Most basic fundamentals of her are just completely flawed. Her character is awful. But I agree with her on one thing. The Horde and the Alliance, as it stands now, will never get along. They never will. But for her to say things like, in the Horde intro, is like, Anduin could use Darnassus to funnel Azerite and destroy the Horde. Oh yeah, look at that. The runes of Darnassus. I wonder if we can go up to it. We'll have to go see. Anyway, that he could funnel Azerite. He could attack the Horde. But Anduin's been the one person who's wanted peace the entire time. Look at Miss Pandaria. Who did the Alliance chase around all of Pandaria? Who fought for Garrosh that he could still be free. Or he could be saved, I should say, not be free. I apologize. That he could be free. It was Anduin Wrynn. So her logic is completely flawed from the get-go. And yeah, I guess they could do this whole thing like, haha, it turns out it was Wrathion in disguise, or it was Mal'Ganis in disguise. But it's too much. It's too much for it to be that sort of a twist ending. And if they end up with like, turns out Sylvanas was captured by the Lich King and reforced that when the Lich King got his powers again, that he reatoned Sylvanas and made her his puppet once more. I'm going to be pissed if that's the way they end up going with it. And that kind of ties into the whole comic book in which we saw Illyria. When she walked by, she heard the whispers of the void. Kill it, it's an abomination. Which some people, for some reason, had the idea that the undead are immune to the whispers of the old god, which, if Blizzard was going to do that, they'd have to do some serious retconning, because the undead, if not, are the most easily corrupted. And we've already seen that they're the undead in the ranks of the Twilight Hammer clan, which, again, they could probably do some retconning. And holy lightning, look at that tree. Oh, it's drawn in weird, though. Look at that. So, the lighting looks beautiful, though. Anyway. So, that's not why. It could be for the reason, again, that she's under the Lich King. There's how you see it before. But it doesn't make sense. It's a really weird direction to take the story. And for Saurfang to be like, I'm an honorable orc. We just not what
My
we do.
archers could use your...
So it doesn't really make sense to me as to... Like, it's just weird. Like, again, they have the Lich King there, which could be a... I guess I should have got rid of my name. But it could be a hint, I suppose, at what's to come. It's just weird. Like,
Even underwater, those Azerite
don't
powder
care.
kegs are still quite dangerous.
I don't know what to think. It's hard to pinpoint it, and I know a lot of speculations are going to fly about what Sylvanas' motivations are. Apparently she touched Azerite and saw a world beneath her boot, which, okay. If you're going to have Sylvanas be a bad guy, that's okay. But maybe they shouldn't have, because the Horde's kind of gone through so many bad guys that... Maybe it's time to give them a break. I thought they were going to go with Gen on starting this. I honestly thought they were going to go with Gen. But, okay, what can become of this? Well, the Alliance loses, or the Night Elves, I apologize, lose their home. The Undead are going to lose their home. A cool thing to see what happened would be to have the Night Elves be in Gilneas. I'd love that. And maybe the Horde, I don't know, they could have Stratholme, sure. Just give the Undead Stratholme. Just update it, there you go. There's a new place. But it doesn't make sense. Even how Saurfang is written doesn't make sense. He has this huge moral dilemma, but again, he still threw the axe. Sylvanas just didn't kill the player. I guess she expected Saurfang to. So even if Saurfang, he failed like twice. Was going to stop Sylvanas from just killing him, right? And raising him as an undead, making him more obedient. I don't know. This isn't right. It's off. It's all off. I was expecting to like have more feeling with this too. Like I was expecting to feel more. I thought that the cinematic was going to reveal this huge big plot device in which they talked about no spoilers. But it didn't. It didn't at all. And it's really weird. I'm still looking forward to Battle for Azeroth. But this story arc makes no sense. So I guess that's it. I can't even say it's a reaction video because there wasn't much to react to. There wasn't any moments, you know? Like the Broken Shore was like a huge WTF moment. It was a massive moment that was like... And I suppose maybe the Undercity, like this isn't the end of the story. This is the part 2 of 3. Well, essentially it's part 1 of 2. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. It's 1 of 2. The first part doesn't count. But still, I was expecting to kind of feel bad for the Horde. I just feel bad for the Alliance. I felt bad for Gen a little bit. It's cool to see Maya back, but that's about it. I apologize for the friggin' noise outside. People working next door. My official prediction of Battle for Azeroth. All of the patches. Here we go. And I'll talk about something in another video. But 8.1 or 8.2, the Alliance is going to do something awful. They're going to be like, you know what? That's it. We're done. die, and they're going to do something just awful. But it's still not going to be as bad as this. Because this was just them starting the war. And I know you could say, oh, but the Alliance were the aggressors in Silithus. The Alliance were the aggressors. They're the one that attacked. The Horde wasn't there picking flowers. Okay? They were there mining a very powerful substance. And, okay, let's say if we take that logic. In Ashran, for example, the Alliance was there to collect an artifact to help defeat the Iron Horde, which could have been used against the Horde. The Horde attacked first. The Horde were the aggressors. Okay? But the Alliance still wasn't there for good reasons. And that's why I'm like, well, that's not too bad. Okay, I understand why the Horde was there. I understand why the Horde attacked. I understand why the Alliance attacked them in Silithus. But this was just like, we just did a little bit bad, and then it's just a mile of just. And you know what? Like that's why I'm also sick of Horde fanboys. Okay, guys, I understand you love the Horde, but I'm sick and tired of hearing something. I'm sick and tired of hearing that the Horde has this, that the Alliance doesn't have this. The Horde has Sylvanas. She's so bad. She's so amazing. She's awful. Okay, she's awful. There's no way to. The undead people are like, yes, burn it down, whatever. Finally, a horde is finally starting to do stuff, whatever. Okay, that's okay. And the Alliance was just like, wow, like, how is the Horde not bad? How do people still play the Horde? And I agree. And you know what? It's cool. I understand. The Horde, we have Sylvanas, we have Saurfang, we have this and that. The Alliance has nothing. What do you have? And I'm gonna put this argument to rest. Okay, the Alliance has one thing that the Horde doesn't have. The Alliance has one thing that is monumentally better than the Horde. It's actually better than any faction on Azeroth or Great Dark Beyond. You know what that thing is? Lion armored wearing Brad Pitt. I hate myself from doing that. But all jokes aside, though, awfulness. So, 8.1. The Alliance is something awful, or something along those lines, or it's just that left for 8.2. So 8.1.5, they've kind of hinted at Ajara. She's the Gul'dan of the expansion, which she might be the last boss, but her model's already in game, which believes 8.1.5. Now, she's trapped, has nowhere to go, so I feel like there's like an old god undertone, which some people think this is the old god expansion. It's not. They will not have N'Zoth as the last boss in Battle for Azeroth. They would be, forgive my language here, they would be stupid to have N'Zoth as the last boss. He deserves his own expansion. He's a big bad boss. We don't know what's going to happen. But Ajara is 8.1.5, meaning the Alliance is something awful, so 8.2.5 could be an alliance or a Horde or Alliance kind of faction specific storyline. Hopefully. So 8.2 and 8.2.5 would be a raid that may be centered around either the Horde and the Alliance conflict or one of the underlying storylines, which could be Wrathion, which is what I am assuming. And with Wrathion, you can tie in the Prime Designate, Raden, and all those sorts of cool things. But how does the expansion end? Well, the expansion is going to end with a final battle between the Horde and the Alliance. It's not going to be a boss, like it's not going to be N'Zoth, it's not going to be Murozond. It's going to be Alliance and Horde. It's going to be the final battle. Now, there's one place that, if you look at the original map for Classic, there were 4 tiny little islands that sort of looked like this, but there was another one. And I think if there's going to be something right here that the Horde and the Alliance, the Horde and the Alliance fleets are going to meet, and they're going to have the final battle between Kultiris and Zandalar. And we'll know in the hour of her third death, or Lear's third death, she brings in the coming of N'Zoth. Which I think she's going to kill Sylvanas. I think Varisa dies and she kills Sylvanas. Possible. I don't see how Sylvanas is redeemable. It's not like where Garrosh was like, okay, well, no, like, I wanted to win this war. I was brought in on this war. It's sort of the exact same thing. The parallels are there between Garrosh and Sylvanas. I don't see Sylvanas walking out of this alive. Unless it turns out that it was stupidly that she was corrupted, and I hope Blizzard doesn't do that. Yeah, it turns out the Lich King, he's kind of a strong guy still. That's why, the Void told him to kill him, because of the Lich King and his hatred for N'Zoth, or for Yogg-Saron, I apologize. Who knows? Okay, it could be anything. Who knows? The end of the story, I just hope it's something that's justifiable besides just, oh, she was corrupted. But yeah, I mean, like, I could go on about this kind of stuff all day and speculate, but the War of Thorns, we don't have the end. You know, we have the first half, the second half is awaiting us on Undercity. So next week, I'll upload that video, and hopefully my opinions change, or hopefully there's some morally gray thing we could talk about. But until then, that's it. I'm done. Okay? There's no glory this week. There's no glory. Glory to Gen Greymane. There you go. Glory to Gen Greymane for rescuing his wife. Glory to the Night Elves and the Rest in Peace City. Glory to the Prime Designate, and glory to me.